practical, like how we are going to set up the host name and set up virtual memory. And we're also going to see like how we are going to install loopback adapter and to assign IP address. These are the basic prerequisites which we need before installing SAP. So host name is nothing but it's a computer name which you need to define. Otherwise, SAP will not allow to proceed with the installation. So, and also the host name, when you are defining the characters, I mean, like it should not be more than 13 characters. So I was explaining yesterday, like these are the prerequisites, like you need to download the software, then you need to download the SAP GUI, then you have to change the host name, right? Computer name. So we will see how we are going to change the computer name. So go to Start, right click on My Computer, Properties, then you need to go to Advanced System Settings. Here if you see on the first tab is a computer name, click on that, and here you need to change, like already it's defined Zenith ECC, which is lesser than 13 characters. Okay, so minimum it should be 5 and it should be lesser than 13 characters. So let us give like basic ECC and click on change, and similarly you have to give here basic ECC. So once you given, you need to say OK. Once you say OK, it will restart your computer. So once it restart, then the second thing is you need to set up the virtual memory. So virtual memory is nothing but it is a feature of an operating system that enables a process to use a RAM address space that is independent of other processes running in the same system and use a space that is larger than the actual amount of RAM present. If you see, if you right click on taskbar and go to Start Task Manager, and if you go see, these are the processes, right? So these are the processes, and this is what it's occupying this much of memory for each processes, right? So if you see the maximum, like how it's occupying for each and every processes. So this is very, very important for SAP installation because it needs a lot of RAM. So if you have 4 gig of RAM or 8 gig of RAM, then how much virtual memory you need to set up? So that is very important here. So as I said, like virtual memory usually combines your computer RAMs with temporary space on your hard disk. When RAM runs low, your virtual memory moves data from RAM to a space called a paging file. If you see, this is a page file. Moving data to and from the paging file frees up RAM so your computer can complete its work. So the more RAM your computer has, the faster your programs will generally run. If a lack of RAM is slowing your computer, you might be tempted to increase virtual memory to compensate. So now I will show you how to increase the virtual memory. So this is very simple step. You need to go to Start. You will go to same My Computer, Properties, right? And then you'll go to Advanced System Settings. Then here you have seen the first one is Performance, where you can change the settings of your virtual memory. So once you click on that settings, you will be getting a pop-up window, Performance Options, which you need to select Advanced tab. Under the Advanced tab, you know, this is the background services. You need to select this and select the change option. So previously it was set to automatically, but I have unchecked that automatically, and you need to do the same thing, and you need to custom the size. So minimum SAP recommended to keep to 20,000 So you can keep at least that much to make the SAP installation, in a very smooth manner. So I've set that to 20,500. Then say OK. So say OK. Okay. So this is what you have set up the virtual memory. So this is very simple step. So you have seen like how I have changed the computer name. Then you have to restart the system, and then secondly I have did how to set up the virtual memory, which is your RAM. If you have, so I said like you need to have minimum 4 gig of RAM. If you have lesser than that, then it's very difficult to install SAP, and it can throw a lot of error, okay, due to RAM. Now the next thing we are going to see how we are going to install loopback adapter. Basically, when I'm talking about loopback adapter, I'm talking only for the standalone PC, right? For you need to practice, you need to do a lot of whatever I'm teaching here. Then you have to do the practical kind of things, right? So you don't need to purchase from outside by paying the money, but you can install on your machine itself by downloading the free trial version, which you will get at least for 3 months access. So loopback adapter is basically we need only for standalone system. In a company you don't need loopback adapter. So and then you have to assign the IP address. So what will happen when SAP's installation start running? It will first go and check the IP address. Okay, what IP address you are assigning. Then it will go and start the program going. Then it connects to database, and then your SAP installation start. You can proceed with the installation. So let us see how we are going to install loopback adapter. Now go to control panel. Okay, you can either go with control panel or you can go either with my computer. Since I'm showing with my computer, so it will be easy for everybody to go only the single one. So my computer, right click, and I'm going to here now manage, right? So before I was going to properties for setting up my host name and virtual memory. Now I'm going to manage. Once you click on manage, it will, you can see here, this is device manager. So we click on device manager, you see the by default whatever the system information you have, like everything. Here you just select the computer, anything here, and then you need to select the action and add legacy hardware. So once you click on legacy hardware, it will say whether you are going to install an external driver or what. So yeah, we are installing loopback adapter. So you need to just select next, and then here you need to you are going to install the hardware manually, because we are not connected any other hardware. We are not installing a printer or something which we need to select that option, but we need to select the second option, which is install the hardware that I manually select from a list. Okay, and say next. Here you need to, it will show all the devices. Okay, but since we are concerned about the network adapters, which is loopback adapter, so we have to select the network adapter here and then select next. Okay, so what it will do, it will go and search for all the devices related to network adapters, and it will, which are the manufacturing company. So we need to select Microsoft, because Microsoft is only giving that loopback adapter. Okay, so you need to select on the right hand side Microsoft loopback adapter. First you need to select Microsoft, then it will show all the adapter related to Microsoft. Select the Microsoft loopback adapter and then say next. Now what is trying to do, he is trying to install your new hardware. So just click next and it will install your loopback adapter on your system. So this is very, very important before installing SAP. Now say finish. Okay, so you want to see where is my loopback adapter installed. So you have to go to control panel. Under control panel you can see network sharing center, network and sharing center. You click on that and click on change adapter settings. And here if you see, you can see loopback adapter. So I already installed previously, so I just for showing you up, I have installed once again. So right click on loopback adapter and click enable. Okay, so once you click on enable, then you can proceed the installation. So now you have to assign the IP address. So this is what you have did the installation, right? So but you have to install, you have to assign the IP address. So if you right click on that and click on the properties, here you need to go to IPv4 and select properties. Now here already I have defined the IP address. So you also need to define the same thing, like 192.168.1. You can give any IP address. I mean, like not only 1.1 or 1 dot something, like you can give anything like 10.10 or you know, whatever IP address you want to give, you can give anything. It's not necessary that you have to give this one. So just for our sake, I have given that 1.1. Now you can give this, and no need to give any DNS server. Okay, since we are installing on single PC. So okay, so once you click on OK, it will assign the IP address for a loopback adapter. So this is how you are going to assign the IP